I've talked about door check straps in one of my other videos, but something happened just 2 days ago to this 300E that I just have to show you. When I got the car, I noticed at the front door, every time you'd open this driver's door, it would go kind of make a grinding, squeaking noise, and you knew that this door check strap down here was obviously dry of lubrication. And I was thinking, you know, I better tell the owner he better fix this before something goes wrong with it. But sure enough, on Saturday, I opened the door up, and guess what? It will not close. No matter what I do, if I try to force this door closed, it's going to either bend the door or crack the doorpost in there. So I have no other option now but to go ahead and replace the door check. This is what they look like. You know, it's not an expensive part, and it's not difficult to replace if you know how to get the door panel off. But I'm going to warn you, this is another alert, that if you're experiencing problems with your door checks in the noise and the squeaking and groaning they make, I recommend that you replace it before you run off somewhere. Can you imagine that this happened out on the open road, maybe at some busy mall, and you literally cannot get the door closed? So let me show you now what a good check strap should sound like. The door check strap on this driver's rear door has recently been replaced, so this will be a good opportunity to show you what they should sound like and how they should operate. When I open this door all the way back and forth, I don't even think you'll hear any noise at all. You may hear the little clunk when it falls into that detent, but when you open the door to the first position, it should open up and stop and stay. Then you open it fully, it should open up, stop, and stay. And the same thing when you close it. If it just closes automatically from wide open, then something is wrong with that door check stop mechanism inside. So there's a good check strap. If your doors are not sounding like this, then I highly recommend that you replace them. At the end of this video, I will show you what that front door check strap looks like when we finally get around to pulling it out. But if you're not familiar with how to get the door panel off, and you need to know how to do this because you can damage it if you don't know the proper sequence. I do have a manual available on my website which will show you how to take the door panel off and replace the door check strap. Our check straps too have this extra plastic sleeve on them. Some of the original check straps did not have this, and once again the #1 cause of door check failure is lack of lubrication. And it's because rainwater will go down through this wiper and actually drip on these check straps. So over the years they kind of dry out from the grease that comes and you'll start to feel it. But these newer style door checks have this plastic sleeve which help prevent some of that rainwater problem. So once again, don't ignore a bad sounding door check or it could bite you. It sure is nice to have this door working again. You know, the forecast is for rain tomorrow, so I'm really glad I got it finished today. And when we pull this check strap out, sure enough, it ends up looking exactly like I suspected it would look. On one side, there's absolutely no signs of any lubrication at all, and you can see where the ball has actually worn into the steel, and it is so rusty that it just jammed the ball in that forward detent. So once again, I'm sounding like an old broken record, but here's another reason why you need to lubricate these moving parts on your car to increase their long life. So be sure and check out my other videos where I talk about lubrication and some of the type of lubricants you can use when you maintain these. As a final note, if you catch this early enough and get into the door, you'll have to once again take the door panel off, but if you can get in there and lubricate this with a proper lubricant, you can extend its life and you may not need to replace it. But boy, if it's squeaking real bad, what I found is you go to all that trouble to get in there and put some new lubricant on it. If it's been grinding and groaning for a long time, just replace the check strap, or otherwise you may end up having to do it again.